you have the hospitals?
I'm going to check on that because I think it's important that we do
Yeah.
all of them.
Yeah. Okay.
Not, you know, Dartmouth, Concord. I mean, because they do send people here when they need, whether they'll come or not. Huh? I mean, we can because, you know, when they do start to look for a bed.
Right, exactly.
They need to.
I remember when my husband was in the medical, they asked about that.
Yes. Because there's 2 opportunities to see them,
Right,
Saturday and Sunday.
Who will be conducting the tours of the building?
Sandy has people in mind for that.
For both days?
Yes.
And
there probably ought to be a dry run with Chris to go through the whole building. I don't know, you know, the building's all going to be clean.
Mm-hmm.
Why take them through the whole building? Why not take them through just one section and say?
I think Sandy was saying that
duplicated.
too, that there would be certain households and say, well, this is how it looks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And you said that the sheriff is going to assist
Yes.
in traffic.
Mm-hmm.
What about parking?
Well, that's it. The whole piece.
Will we have this? Will we be using the parking facilities that we did at Farm Day for the Farm Day? For the field there.
Well, we're going to try ask about the court, you know, parking area here. You know, the nursing.
That's right. The new parking areas would be open as well.
Yeah. Plus, we could use the across the street.
Right.
The courthouse. Okay.
Yeah, we'll be asking permission.
Assuming that the weather is good.
And we could also perhaps, if people are parked over by the farm, the bus shuttle people over, if need be.
What about that committee that we appeared to get the permit to start?
CON?
Yeah, the CON board.
I'm
You got
sure
those listed on there too.
I'm sure they'll be on there. And Susan
I'd like to get
Terry.
that one guy that you knew.
Oh, okay.
Make sure he comes. Anything else, Kathy?
No?
Okay. If not, anybody got any questions of Kathy?
Jason's here.
You're running with Bonapage and Stone for the new nursing home. You've got the bills and what's been paid and so forth, all adjusted with Bonapage and Stone?
Yeah.
All up to date?
Yeah, I mean, we'll be getting a July bill.
Okay. We're gonna set up a meeting with them probably next week
Okay.
to get a cost estimate for the new nursing.
What's
Yeah.
left. I'll give Randy another call today and Jim.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
Jason, you have anything for public?
Yes, sir.
I know.
Good morning.
Morning.
Commissioners. This morning we had 53 in-house, 1 weekender, 8 transfers, 2 out on electronic monitoring, 20 on pretrial release, total population of 84. Took in 27 inmates last week, 11 were repeaters, and 23 were released. Repeater charges, 1 came in for indecent exposure, breach of bail conditions, booked 2 times this year. 1 for reckless conduct, booked 10 times in 6 years. 1 for aggravated DWI, booked 3 times in 9 years. 1 for a warrant, booked 5 times in 14 years. one for protective custody, booked 2 times this year, one for endangering the welfare of a child, simple assault ×4, resisting arrest, controlled drug act, and criminal mischief, protective custody, booked 2 times in 2 years. One for an electronic bench warrant, booked 4 times in 2 years. One for another one for an electronic bench warrant, booked 2 times in 7 years. One for open container, controlled drug act, disobeying a police officer, and operating after suspension, booked 18 times in 17 years. One for a controlled drug act, booked 2 times this year. And one for reckless conduct, simple assault ×3, false imprisonment ×3, stalking, breach of bail, booked 2 times this year. Have a subcommittee meeting scheduled for Friday the 19th at 0900 at the facility. Contacted 3 fencing companies regarding the fencing in the loading dock area. Received 3 estimates, and we spoke to TDK out of Conway. They're going to be doing the repairs for the sum of $650. Spoke to Secure Controls, and they're going to have somebody here within the next 2 weeks to do that transformer install.
Yeah.
My contact person has been in the hospital, that's why I haven't received any phone calls back from them.
Okay.
Last Thursday, we had a supervisors meeting to discuss the mission statement of the facility and implement a vision statement and core values for the facility. Each of the 4 shifts are going to be developing a new mission statement, vision statement, and core values. We're going to discuss it at our next supervisors meeting scheduled for September 2nd. Once that's all done, we'll select the top few and then put it out to a department-wide vote. And then we'll update our mission statement and implement vision statement and core values for the facility. Last Friday night, I had to send an inmate out to the hospital. He was treated and returned to the facility.
Okay. Subcommittee on the 19th is what, 9 o'clock?
9 o'clock, yes, sir, at the facility.
And that was in regard to the 2
Health
gentlemen who were here?
benefits, yeah.
Yes.
I hope Representative Babson got the feeling I want him to look at the total health package,
Mm-hmm.
not just what these 2 gentlemen had prepared for us, but the overall picture of the whole, and you ought to have all that information available to them, maybe sent out earlier,
Okay.
as to what the cost is, who's involved, and so
Mhm.
on. Okay.
Okay.
What's the fence repair?
That was, we have a hole in the fence, probably about that big, from when they were doing snow removal.
Yeah.
They had cut the bucket on the fence and then ripped it.
And which
Yeah.
fence is that?
It's in the loading dock area, so it's in a non-secure part of the
Okay.
facility, so,
Okay.
yeah.
And was it the National Institute of Corrections is not going to look at our total policy
Correct.
package?
Mm-hmm. They're gonna do, I mailed out 15 of them, 15 policies, sample policies.
15 of them?
Mhm.
Out of how many?
Hundreds.
A lot. Yeah, a lot. I don't, off the top of my head, I can't give you an actual number, but there's a lot.
And the attorney, have you heard back from her as to what she's gonna review?
She'll do the entire thing. I got an email from her yesterday. She received the discs. She was gonna go into a meeting yesterday afternoon to discuss it with her coworker, and
Yeah.
then she's gonna get back to me on how long it'll take from.
Do you suppose, does she need to look at all those that the Institute is gonna look at?
I burned everything to a disk.
Okay.
So,
We got a
I would say-
fee yet?
yes, estimate of about 5,000
$5,000.
for 30 hours worth of work.
You know, what we're talking about is
Yeah.
those policies.
Yeah.
We're not qualified to,
The nice thing about having her do the entire manual is she's gonna look at them from a legal standpoint based on New Hampshire law.
yeah. Yeah.
And we'll look at them for standards and make sure that they conform to how the policies are supposed to be written, but she'll look at them from a legal standpoint as well. So
Any
yeah,
idea when that will take place?
She estimated it's gonna take 30 hours, so I would hope to think that by the middle of next month, we would have them back.
Okay. How are we set for full complement of correctional officers?
I'm down 2.
You're down two?
I'm still down 2.
And you're advertising for them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually have somebody coming in about an hour. He's a former employee. I worked with him back in 2000, 2001. He moved away and he's back in the area, so he'd like to come back. So I have an appointment with him later today.
Okay.
What about the nursing staff?
I still haven't replaced that one nurse, and I'd be hard pressed to because I got cut $20,000 out of my salary line.
So you're down to 2 nurses?
Mm-hmm. That's all I have for public.
Okay. We need to see if Robin Reed has anything for general public.
I
Okay.
have
You have-
the minutes for not public.
Okay.
I'll go get her.
I have the
And
minutes
also
here.
Steve Murray too.
Steve? Okay.
I have the minutes here from Wednesday, July 20, 2011. I didn't make any corrections. I make a motion to approve the minutes from July 20, 2011, non-public minutes, and to be sealed. I give you, you have one.
We don't have those.
And I make a motion to
Wait a minute,
approve.
wait a minute. Okay, we need to second it. Let's say the 20th, yeah.
22nd, is that what it was?
And you got another one, May?
I have May 18, non-public.
And in both cases, they were sealed.
Yes. Do I hear a second for July 20?
Just waiting.
I was out.
You were out there?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll second the motion. And all those in support of approving non-public meeting of Wednesday, July 20th, say aye. Aye, so voted then.
I make a motion to approve the non-public minutes of May 18, 2011.